Hello, beautiful. What is up? Welcome back. I hope you are having a spectacular day thus far. We are going to be going over when will you be meeting the love of your life. I'm very excited to just pick a card for you guys today. I hope you are excited. I'm not going to yap too much in the beginning here. So here is a clip of the cards, the piles right now. All right, you guys, these are your three piles. We have group number 1 with my little pearl earring. Group number 2 with the amethyst, group number 3 with the muggle stone, and group number 4 with the opalite. If you guys had a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. And if you want to pick more than one, you are welcome to do so. All right, you have now picked your pile. Please go ahead and check out the description box where I've left you timestamps for when your reading shall start. And with that, everybody, I'll just see you in your reading. Hello, group 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with the zodiac dice. We have Virgo and we have Gemini. Hello, Virgo. Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Capricorn and Taurus. Hello, Capricorn. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. We will roll just one more time. Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. If you guys do want a personal reading, please do feel free to check out the description box for more information on that. Can we get a message for group 1 on when will they be meeting their true love? When will group number 1 be meeting their life partner? Okay. So I'm gonna leave this one that is face down as a mystery for now. We have Death, we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the 2 of Cups, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. So just to paint this picture for you guys, very simple and plain, I do believe a lot of you, if you picked this pile, you are going to be meeting this person not in your early 20s, perhaps not right when you're 18, 19, but later on in life. And when I say later on in life, I want to be very clear that what I mean by that is you are more established, you are more seasoned within your adulthood. Death is representing cycles coming to a close and going through a rebirth process. I do feel like that is representing allowing your old life to wither away and to move forward and to evolve into something different. I do also associate death oftentimes with the energy of growing up, right? The energy of it's no longer time for me, or it's no longer appropriate for me to behave in this childish manner. It's no longer appropriate for me to believe in childish things. I have to grow up. I have to evolve. I have to move forward. So seeing something like that, I do believe for a lot of you who picked this pile, again, this is definitely at the very earliest, you guys. This is going to be after the age of 25 or at 25 at the very, very earliest, okay? The 7 of Pentacles is also supporting that idea because the 7 of Pentacles is representing a lot of hard work and effort going into your career, a lot of hard work and effort going into something that you have a desire to see grow. So with the timeline between you and your life partner, the love of your life, right? This is going to be something that is taking time. Like you're not going to become an adult and immediately have your finances together or have your career together, right? The 2 of Cups is talking about soulmates coming together and joining in union. And I think the thing with this, you guys, is like you have to know who you are in order for this to work. In order to attract a life partner, your true love, a soulmate, right? You have to know who you are. You have to, and I understand, right? At various points in our life, we believe we know who we are. I think the most confusing time in life, though, is the point or the period where you are transitioning from childhood or adolescence into adulthood. That period between like 18 to 23, I feel like that is the most complicated and confusing time in your life because you are transitioning from such a massive, or you're having such a massive shift in your life. So that is why, again, I believe that you are not necessarily meeting this person when you are younger, but definitely after the age of 25. The Nine of Pentacles is also, again, supporting that because this is representing an energy of having a lot of money or having a lot of wealth, having something that is of value. Obviously, I'm not saying that if you're young, you can't possess value or you can't obtain wealth. Obviously, you can. But I do believe that as you get older, you are capable of obtaining, or it's more likely that you are obtaining those things with a lot more ease. Yeah, the Nine of Swords is talking about mental anguish. And again, I want to reiterate myself. You will know yourself on such a deep level when you meet the love of your life. You will understand yourself on such a deep level when you meet the love of your life. It's not that I am of the belief system that you are going to be perfect, right? Humans aren't perfect. We are always going to be a work in progress. But I think that a lot of perhaps your insecurities are being addressed prior to you meeting the love of your life. A lot of your anxieties or fears around the future and the direction you're going in life, I believe these things are being addressed prior to you meeting this person. I believe that you guys are going to be in a more established area of your life when you meet the love of your life, okay? I also believe that they are going to be in the same position, you guys. That Two of Cups, both of these cups are filled exactly the same, right? They are connected. They are meeting each other on the same level, okay? So that leads me to believe that your true love is going to be somebody who is, again, very much imitating you or mirroring you in the sense that they are also mature and seasoned within their adulthood. Okay. Can I have a message on when? We have the Botanist. This is parenthood and legacies. For some of you who have picked this pile, you are going to become a parent before you meet the love of your life. Before you meet your life partner, you are going to become a parent, okay? That is not going to be for all of you, but that is for some of you. We also have the Hound here. This is loyalty, chains, and promises. So perhaps, again, being in a more seasoned position, you are more capable of chaining yourself to somebody else or being loyal or having taking promises seriously, right? I also want to go back and revisit the parenthood situation. I do see that going back to the Seven of Pentacles. I see that as you guys, again, being in a position where you have already grown your own garden. You have already become this botanist. You have already become this person who is capable of flourishing on your own prior to meeting this person, okay? All right. When is group number 1 going to be meeting them? When? Oh, okay. We have the Mummy here, and this is change. And death itself, you guys, is a card that's representing change, right? Like death is talking about, right, like going through the process of the metamorphosis that is death. So the Mummy showing up as well. This is death in an oracle form. You guys are going through a significant change, and I believe, based on what I'm seeing here, that significant change is adulthood. Again, feeling seasoned within your adulthood, feeling like you have learned lessons, feeling like you can take on life on your own. You're not in need of support financially. You're not in need of support with like, what do I do with my taxes? Or what do I do with, how do I get someone to come and fix my sink? Or right, like you are very much capable of being an adult on your own without the need of a parent or a guardian guiding you. You are very much independent at the time in which you meet this person. Okay. Can I have a message? We have the Courthouse, and we have Great Fortune. Again, this is leading me to believe that a lot of you are going to be much older when you meet this person, seasoned in your career, seasoned financially, having that financial security. And I do think that that is helpful and important when it comes to dating, because obviously you want to be able to hold your own power within a relationship. You want to be able to hold your own independence within a relationship. Can I get, again, we have the Leaf with change. When, clarity with revelation and the clouds, mountain, goals, and intuition. So again, you guys are meeting your life partner. You are meeting the love of your life when you have reached, I feel like, especially your financial goals. And the reason why I feel that way is because we do have the Great Fortune, and we also have that Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles and the Great Fortune are representing the same exact things. That Seven of Pentacles is representing working really hard to achieve our goals, putting in a lot of hard work and effort. So I believe only once you reach freedom and you feel safe and you feel secure and your own garden has been nourished, will you have the confidence to go out and seek this person or to attract this person. Okay, we are going to go ahead now and move straight on into the actual timeline deck. Can I get a message for group 1 on when? Do it. That is referencing like do it, like literally go out and pursue your dreams, pursue your goals. That is going to lead you directly to this person. When are they meeting? On a Monday. One more. Okay. In summer. When are they meeting? We have it's in the future. We have the next couple of weeks. And we have July. So for those of you where you're like, Cenus, I have already done this. I've already gone through this process. It could just be a matter of you going outside and like socializing in order for you to meet them again the next couple of weeks. That's exciting. For the vast majority of you, it's in the future. We don't have a set date. We don't have a set year. Summer, July specifically seems to be relevant for when you are meeting them. So my advice for this group really would just be to nourish your garden, to love yourself, to focus on growing yourself and putting yourself in a position, not that's necessarily like I'm not telling any of you that you need to go out and make millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I am telling you that it's very important that you are nourishing your life, that you are nourishing your goals, your ambitions, and that you are building a life that you are happy in. Because I feel like in doing that, you are finding this person. In growing yourself, growing your own garden, you are finding this person. So that is what I have for you guys, group number 1. Thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. I do hope that these messages were helpful. I'm sending you so much love, and that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. We will start off with our zodiac dice. We have Virgo, and we also have Leo. Hello, Virgo. Hello, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, we have Cancer and Aries. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising. One more. We have Taurus. Cancer, Aries, Taurus. Okay. With that being said, you guys, if you do want a personal reading, you are welcome to check out the description box where you can find more information regarding those. Okay. Can we please get a message for group number 2 about when will they be meeting the love of their life? When will they be meeting their life partner? When will they be meeting? When will they be meeting? Okay, so if you are sensitive, I suggest you pick another pile or watch another reader. This is going to be difficult for some people, especially, like I said, if you're sensitive. So essentially what I'm getting is you're going to get your heart broken quite a few times prior to you meeting the love of your life, prior to you meeting your life partner. The reason I believe this is because we have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Heart of Swords. All of these beautiful cards are representing or painting a picture essentially of somebody who is held back or feels held back by love, feels weighed down by love, feels heaviness, potential sadness by love, and a need to be hyper independent. Okay, so a lot of you who picked this pile, you've been let down by the people that you've picked, by the partners that you've picked, or you will be let down by the partners that you pick in the future. And I think unfortunately it's going to take quite some time for you to meet the love of your life, for you to meet someone that is safe and someone that makes you feel safe and someone that you can trust. Again, there is this feeling here of being held back. There is this feeling here of not being able to move forward. Some of you may even feel like, oh, I'm cursed. Every person I meet is like this, or every relationship I get into starts out amazing and then ends up like this. What I will say to that, you guys, is there may be some unresolved wounds that need to be addressed. There could be some therapy that we have to take part in. Heaviness is definitely here, and being extremely independent is also showing up for you guys, which I do think that that's going to play a role in when you meet this person. It almost, I don't want to say you're meeting them when it's too late, but it almost feels like it's too late. It almost feels like you're meeting the love of your life at a point where you have become quite different than how you were when you were younger. You've become perhaps a little bit more colder or callous. You're not as emotional. You're not as easily impressed. It feels like you have become, I don't want to say like stone, but a bit like stone prior to meeting this person. Can I get, beautiful, we have the Naked Heart. We have the Movement of Swords. I want to get one more. Things heat up. Okay. So with the Naked Heart, that is talking about vulnerability. And I do think vulnerability is going to be something that is very difficult for you, group number 2. I think it's going to be incredibly hard to get to a point where you feel safe to be vulnerable, where you feel safe to open your heart up. I do believe that when this person comes in, again, you are in the mindset of being goal-oriented. You're in the mindset of, I'm not looking for love. I'm not looking for a relationship. I have been there. I've done that. I'm not doing it anymore. Like, we can have fun. We can date. We can be friends, but we're not going to move this into a romantic direction. Unfortunately, group number 2, or fortunately, I believe that this person is inspiring a lot of passion within you, and this person is helping you feel things that you have not felt or that you will not be feeling for a long time. This person is going to help you almost, I don't want to say liven up, but the coldness or the distance that you have put between yourself and your heart, that person is helping you get closer to your heart. That person is helping you, again, feel like that fire, that heat, that excitement again. All right. Can I please have a message for group number 2 on when will they meet with their life? Oh, that bitterness hits hard. So resentment, anger, hurtful words. I do. And here's the thing, guys, like, I'm not sitting here judging any of you, okay? This is super valid. Like, feeling this way, having these experiences are valid. It's valid to have your heart broken once or multiple times and to be in a position where you're like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to open myself up. I don't want to get hurt. That is valid. Everything that I'm seeing right now is super understandable and super valid. And I just want you guys to know that if you do feel like you have become bitter towards love or bitter towards men or bitter towards women, as long as you are not acting that out in a harmful manner towards other people or yourself, then I think it's valid to feel that way. And I want you guys to know that there is somebody out there who is going to help you and who's going to hold your hand through that bitterness, through that resentment, and they are going to help you heal in a direction of being able to open yourself up. We also have the heart fog here. This is mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. A lot of you are going to feel like I'm too damaged to find love. I am too messed up to find love again. I am too hurt. I'm too this, I'm too that. You're not. None of that is true. But I, again, understand why you believe that that may be the case. We have the divine masculine here. This is yang energy. I don't really like speaking in these terms anymore, you guys. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Essentially what I take from that card is, especially for those of you who are attracted to men, it's going to take a very, I don't want to call it him special, but it's going to take a very specific man to rise up to the challenge of this. It's going to take a very strong man. It's going to take a man who is very much a man and living and expressing his masculinity in a healthy and productive way. And then we have intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. This person may be somebody who starts off very slow with you, somebody who wants to have a relationship with you, but perhaps leaving it on a friendship level at first, or perhaps leaving it open for you to move as slow or as fast as you feel comfortable. I also feel like you see certain parts of yourself in this person when you meet them, and that's helping you. You see certain parts of them that are also broken or sad, that have a hard time, and I think that that is really helpful. Their vulnerability is helpful for you. Okay. Can I please have a message for group number 2? When are they meeting? What are their life? When are they meeting their life partner? So again, I'm so sorry, guys. Skeleton strength showing up. Again, I believe it's going to take a very strong person to hold your hand through this and to help you feel like it is indeed safe enough to open yourself up. It is indeed safe enough to welcome love in again. I also believe that this is going to require a certain amount of strength from you in order to be in that mind space, that head space again, in order to be in a place where you feel like you can open yourself up. Vulnerability, you guys, takes strength. I think a lot of people oftentimes, especially right with the water signs, people oftentimes describe water signs as very weak, crybabies, emotional, this and that. And I think it's quite the opposite. I think it takes a lot of strength to show emotion. I think it takes a lot of bravery to allow your emotions or allow yourself to be vulnerable, because in all honesty, like, this is so much easier. Like, pushing people away is so much easier than allowing people in. Pushing people away, being cold, not opening up emotionally, not feeling things on a deeper level is so much easier than allowing yourself to be put in a position where you could get hurt. So I want you guys to understand that this is not easy to do, and it's okay if it takes time. We also have the winter here, okay? So the sacredness of pausing. There is going to be a significant period of pause prior to you meeting this person. You are going to be single for a significant period of time prior to meeting this person. For a lot of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you are meeting them in the winter months, okay? All right. Can I get, okay. We have Jupiter with abundance here. Here, I kind of want to do that like that. I kind of don't. Okay. So Jupiter, abundance, and then we have Leo. Jupiter is talking about growth and expansion. Leo is talking about being seen. I'm going to move past those, you guys, because I don't feel as if there's very much information to take from that. I feel like everything I have to say regarding the growth that you will be experiencing has already been said. Leo is simply representing that energy of not being afraid to be seen and not being afraid to be heard, confidence, right? Can I get a message for group 2? Awareness, reflection, okay? So meeting them at a point in your life where you are doing a lot of self-reflection. We have the scholar, investigation and research. And then the runaway, secrets, running from problems. Okay, so that's something that we have to address, right? Running from problems. You can run and run and run and run, but at the end of the day, like, your problems will follow you. In order to alleviate yourself from issues that are reoccurring or problems that are reoccurring, you have to address them. It doesn't matter how far you run. It doesn't matter how long you run. Your problems will catch up to you. I find it very interesting that there is a key at the top of this card. Anyways, a lot of you may have, again, this idea or this feeling of, I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to put myself in a cage in order to not get hurt. I'm going to put barriers around myself in order to not get hurt. And although, again, I can understand why you may want those barriers or why those barriers have become necessary, I want you to know that there's going to be a day where you have to face what is outside of the cage that you have built for yourself. I do think that this is going to take a lot of self-reflection, perhaps investigating deeper on why you are the way that you are, or why you are attracted to the people that you're attracted to. I think just understanding yourself on a deeper level could help ease the process. And then we have the Merchant. This is self-worth and trade. So it's interesting that that is the card that came out, because self-worth and trade, like, what am I giving for my self-worth? And that may be what some of you are feeling, right? Like, being in a relationship isn't worth the embarrassment. Being in a relationship isn't worth the potential threat. And I think that it's going to come to a point where you have to decide, like, do I want to live the rest of my life alone? Do I want to allow this bitterness to take over the rest of my life? Or do I want to take that risk and open myself up? And I feel as if this person will be in your life, group number 2, and they are trying and they are trying and trying and trying. And you keep pushing them away and pushing them away because you're scared. And again, it's valid for you to be scared. It's understandable. I want you to know that the person you are supposed to be with, they're not going to easily give up on you. But there's going to come a point where everybody has their limits, right? Everyone has their limits. Do not push this person so far away to the point where they feel like it's a losing battle, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and dive into our actual timeline. Can I please get a timeline for group 2? When are they meeting? Oh, we have a cloudy day. So winter showing up again, significant. We have November. I know November's not technically winter, you guys. I don't know where all of you are from, obviously, but where I'm from, it is freezing cold outside. So in my mind, I'm in winter. In your mind, you may not be in winter, but the point is, winter's here, November's here, cloudy day. I'm assuming that it's going to be colder or a colder season when you meet this person. When is group number 2 going to be meeting them? Going too fast? Slow down, take your time. I don't think you guys are going too fast. But I do think that that is how this relationship is going to be evolving and developing. I think that there is this feeling of, whoa, like, let's slow down. I don't want anything serious, or I don't want to get too involved. I feel like a lot of you are going to be, again, running away from this person. It's time to move forward. There is this feeling of, like, we have to either do this or we have to move on, right? So again, I believe your person is patient. I believe your person is willing to hold your hand through this fear. But they also have their limit, you guys, okay? When will they be meeting? Amazing chemistry, terrible timing. Yeah, I do believe that there will be amazing chemistry. And I think the timing, again, is tough, because I think those of you who pick this pile, you're going to have a hard time releasing that fear. I want to try to get a little bit more. When will they be meeting? Within 3 years. Okay. So for a lot of you who pick this pile, again, it's very likely within 3 years. In winter time, or in the colder months, you will be meeting this person. I don't think that means you guys are going to be interacting in a romantic relationship at this time or at that time. Again, it would not be surprising to me if this was a relationship that took a significant period of time for you to feel safe, like leaning into, okay? So that is what I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, group 2. I'm sorry if this was rough. I'm genuinely sending you so much love. I wish I could hug each and every one of you. It's going to be okay. And again, I want you to remember that you feeling this way is valid and understandable and reasonable, right? Don't be so stubborn to stand in the way of your own happiness, but also, like, you don't have to let every Joe Schmo in your energy field. So there's that. Anyways, love you guys. I hope this was helpful. Okay, bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. We are going to go ahead and start with our zodiac dice. We have Scorpio and Libra. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Libra. Sun, moon, rising. We have Gemini and Virgo. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Virgo. My Mercury ruled people. Sun, moon, rising. Oh. And Capricorn and Cancer, the mother and the father. Hello, welcome, welcome. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, I do offer those once a month, you guys. You can check out the description box for more info around that. May I... Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Cups. When will they be meeting? 4 of Pentacles. You guys know your value, group number 3. You guys know your value. And because of that, I think you're going to have to wait a minute as well, but that's okay. When, that is quite a lot. Okay, we're going to do... this very quickly. So, what am I receiving from these cards? Again, I do believe for those of you who picked group 3, you know your value, okay? You're not going to settle for a loser. You're not going to settle to be with somebody who just sucks. Sorry, I'm not putting that in a nicer way, but that just is what it is. You're not settling for someone who sucks. I also believe that you guys are creating obstacles for whoever you end up with. Like, you have a checklist, group number 3, or you have an idea in your mind of what you will and won't tolerate regarding your romantic relationships, and I believe that you are staying very true to that list or to that idea in your head of what you want, what you expect, what you require, okay? Which I think is a great thing in some regards. I also believe that with everything that's showing up here, you require somebody who's very generous. You require somebody who's patient. You require somebody who's healthy and balanced, somebody who's going to protect you and make you feel safe. And when I say that, I don't mean necessarily physically, but emotionally. You're seeking someone who brings you peace. I do believe you guys are meeting this person through a string or through fated events. I also believe for a lot of you, this is going to be connected to the warmer months or like the spring months, okay? So when things are blossoming and blooming. I also do feel like you guys are having like a very normal, healthy dating life where you're going on dates, you're getting to know people, and maybe you get into a few relationships, but nothing serious. It doesn't feel like you are necessarily engaging in anything super serious until you meet this person who, again, is meeting all of your requirements. Okay. There's also this very clear vision, again, for the future and what you want. Like, you have a very clear idea of what's important to you in a partner, in a husband and a wife. Like, you know what you want, and I think that's playing a role in your timeline here, right? Because you have such a clear understanding. The reality is, guys, right, this isn't going to be nice, but the reality is most people marry the wrong person. Like, most people, especially people who perhaps are not aware of themselves, marry the wrong person. That's why divorce rates are super high, because people get married and they don't ponder on things like, do we have the same belief system? What do we want to be or do? Or where do we want to live in the next 10 years? Do we want kids? Do we not want kids? How are we going to manage our finances? What's your belief system around this? What's your belief system around that? Like, a lot of people who get married really do just get married because they're like, oh, this feels so good. I'm in love. I'm blah, 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 which is great. Love that. Beautiful. Mwah. Best wishes to those people. But you guys, group number 3, are different. You guys are looking for something of substance. And I think the reason you are looking for that is, again, because you have a very clear vision for yourself about what you want for the future. Okay. With that being said, when is group We have the anger. There may be some frustration around your waiting period. There may be a little bit of angst around, oh, like I'm tired again of encountering these losers, or I'm tired of dating people who are just not aligning with what I want or not aligning with my vision. When we have jealousy here as well, there may be people in your life. Ooh, I have to be careful about how I say this. There may be people in your life or around you who make suggestions around you settling. And I want you to understand that people who settle because they don't believe that there is anything better, right? That's not you, group 3, okay? You are not the kind of person who is required. Like, you don't need to settle. And again, I want to say this as nicely as possible, but there are some people where, without a doubt, like, yes, bestie, like, you have to settle. I don't think that is you, group 3. The reason I'm saying this is because jealousy showing up, again, it feels like other people are almost imposing their ideas or their belief system around relationships onto you. And I don't think that that's appropriate, because what worked for them is not going to work for you. There's also perhaps some anger from some of the people in your life, or some of the women specifically in your life, because I feel like this is more geared towards the women than the men, who are telling you, like, no, like, you need to just shut up and be happy with what you get, and like, he's nice enough and that should be good enough. No, screw that. That doesn't need to be good enough. You know what you want, group 3, and I think that you are completely valid in going after that. You're completely valid in holding out for that. If anything, again, I think that it's a sign of your intelligence that you are not willing to just settle for someone who is quote unquote good enough, nice enough. Okay. Oh, well, that's lovely. I will not be shuffling from that deck for the rest of this reading. We have Nourish. This is self-growth, self-focus, soul-finding. Again, it's very important that you are pouring energy into yourself, nourishing yourself, loving yourself, because you are going to need to put yourself, how do I say this? Your standards, you have to meet your standards for yourself, okay? When you meet your partner, the love of your life, you and them are going to have to be on equal playing grounds, okay? We have Obscurity. This is secret, mysteries, and concealing. And then we have Beauty, charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. Okay. So Beauty is fantastic. Love that so much. It's not telling us very much about the timeline. Obscurity does tell us that there is a little bit of mystery around when you are meeting this person. Can I get a message for group 3 about when they are meeting the love of their life? Oh, okay. So this is still face down. I'm going to leave him like that for a moment. The fact that we have Death and Ghost here. So death is the eternal cycle begins here. Death is the process of transformation. Death is the process of renewal. The ghost is lingering feelings on the past. And I want to say this, you guys, there's nothing valuable in your past. There's nothing valuable that you can cling on to. There's nothing valuable from the past that you can cling on to. It's not going to help you in your future. It's not going to benefit you to live in a moment that is no longer here. Now, I believe that there are lessons we can take from the past. I believe that there is really valuable knowledge that we can take from the past, but there's nothing that we can do to change the past. So living in that state of what if is not beneficial. And if you are struggling with that mindset, I need you to remove that. I need you to work on letting that go, because that is going to hold you in a really negative space when it comes to meeting the love of your life. Okay. And then we have the veil. This is the future. Again, you guys, so her eyes are covered. I find this really, really interesting. This is the only pile, the only group that feels like there is a bit of mystery around when you are meeting this person. So with that, I am going to go ahead actually and move forward to the timeline deck. Can I please get a message at dawn. When are they meeting? In September. At sunrise. This almost feels like pulling like an all-nighter, like staying up all night, maybe going out, maybe we're at an event and we stay out really late and we're meeting this person then. This is interesting. Okay. Can I get a message on when group number 3 is meeting? December. When? 3 months from now. And 12 months from now. Interesting. Okay, guys. So what am I taking from this? We have September, December. That is only giving me information that you are meeting the love of your life during the second half of the year. It's not telling me that you're meeting them in September or December, but just the second half of the year. It is possible for some of you that you're meeting them 3 months from now, especially for those of you where you feel, again, very established within yourself. You feel like you know who you are. You have not compromised. You've worked through your ghost or through your past. It's very possible, again, that you're meeting this person within 3 months. However, 12 months, possibly 15 months from now, you are meeting this person. I do want to try to get just a little bit more. Can I get some more information on when they are meeting? February. So at the time of this filming, you guys, we are closer to December than not. So December, January, February, 3 months from now is February at the time of this filming. So again, I want to repeat myself when I say this. It is likely for some of you that you could be meeting them in February. However, again, a year to potentially 15 months is when you will be meeting this person, especially for those of you where you have already worked through your ghost. If you are holding on to your ghost, you can expect this timeline to be pushed out, especially because we have obscurity and we have the veil representing the future that we cannot see. So there is a level of like mystery here, you guys. There is a level of, right, a little obscurity. So I want you guys to keep that in mind going forward. But group number 3, that is all I have for you guys today. I do hope that today's message was helpful. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group number 4. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with our zodiac dice. We have Scorpio and we also have Taurus. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, the sister signs. We have Aries and Pisces. Hello, Aries. Hello, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising. One more. Cancer. Hello. Hello, Cancer. Love you so much. Okay. With that, guys, we will jump straight into our shuffle. If you do want a personal reading, check out the description box for more info on that. Can I please get a message for group number 4? When are they meeting? Okay, so we have the Heart of Cups. Oh. The 6 of Cups. The Ace of Wands. And the 4 of Swords. I feel like you are meeting this person during a time that you're not really expecting to meet anybody. You're kind of just living your life and enjoying yourself and experiencing new things and having fun. There could be a little bit of back and forth between you and an ex around the same like year that you're meeting the love of your life. But I think deep down, like you would know that this person is not somebody that you can spend the rest of your life with or that you would want to spend the rest of your life with. So I'm not seeing it as like taking back an ex, but potentially like a lingering relationship, like trying to end or close out a lingering relationship. Again, for the most part though, I do feel like you guys are taking your time with being single, you're having fun, you're going out. Okay. That's great so far. Can I get a... Oh. Yeah, we're focused on growing. We're focused on expanding. We're focused on how can I improve my life? How can I be happier? How can I be richer? How can I be prettier? How can I be smarter? Like, that's where your focus is when you meet the love of your life, which is exciting because it doesn't feel like this heavy pressure, right? It doesn't feel overwhelming and dreadful and like, when am I meeting my future partner? No, it feels like I'm living, I'm fine. Like, I'm just gonna do and get done the things that I need to get done, focus on things that bring me happiness, things that are nourishing me, things that are helping me grow and expand. We have the Spirit of Wands, so I do feel like there is a level of emotional intelligence here with that Heart of Cups, but also like there's this sense of wonder. There's this sense of like, again, wanting to go out and have fun and be creative and meet new people. Okay, and then yeah, you guys are for sure like leaving that person in the past, okay? Because the Eight of Cups does talk about leaving something or someone in our past, walking away from something that we cared about very much at one point in our life. So I believe for a lot of you, again, you are going to be fully ending a relationship or fully walking away from that ex, okay? I think we will move forward from this. Can I please get a message? See, the Return. I don't know why, you guys, this was giving me such heavy, like, oh, you and your ex are very back and forth when you meet them, or when you, around the year, again, that you meet this person. It just feels like you broke up with somebody. Perhaps you were in a long-term relationship, or you are going to be in a long-term relationship. You end that relationship, and it feels amicable. It doesn't feel like a dramatic breakup. It doesn't feel like an awful person that you dated. But it does feel like the breakup takes a little bit longer than perhaps necessary, right? Like, we are going through the process of grieving the ending of the relationship, and then we're taking some time apart, and then perhaps we're taking some time not apart, and it feels like we're floating in this in-between for at least a period of time. When you walk away from this person fully, and I do believe, again, it's emotionally difficult to walk away from this person, but when you do, I believe that is the time in which you are meeting this person. We have abandoned, left out, walked away, and cold. And then we have exhaustion, depletion, drained, and long journey. I don't think that there is necessarily a feeling of depletion here for you guys when it comes to when you are meeting the love of your life partner. I just think that there's this feeling of like, I'm not going to sit here and cry over spilled milk. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be sad and depressed over something that just wasn't meant to be. I do think that there is, again, obviously, right, when you entertain a relationship or when you put energy towards somebody, it sucks when it doesn't work out. It does. So maybe that's where this like exhaustion is coming from. But I don't think that when you meet the love of your life, you are literally exhausted, because I think you're taking time out for yourself. You're resting. You, again, are focusing on things that you want to grow in your life. Oh, we have pride here, arrogance, ego, stubborn. Okay, perhaps you were feeling a bit stubborn at the time in which you meet the love of your life. Breaking point. Yeah, I just feel like that is simply representing, again, coming to a point within that previous relationship where it's like, okay, I care about you, but we cannot keep seeing each other like this. We cannot keep texting each other. We cannot keep spending nights together. We just can't, like, we have to close this chapter. So there's that. But again, guys, it's not giving me this heavy, like, sadness. It's more so just like, we came to the end of the road, and now I'm gonna go and do Pilates and freaking ceramics and hang out with my girlfriends and grow my bank account. That's what it feels like you are doing at the time in which you meet the love of your life. It feels like, again, there is that little bit of having a difficult time letting go of a previous connection, but it doesn't seem like you're having too hard of a time. Can I get a message for group number 4? Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh. Okay, we have dawn. Light after the darkness. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like, right? Like the relationship again came to an end for a reason, and maybe there's a little sadness, maybe there's like, but if anything, your life is going to be in alignment with like the light after the darkness. Like I'm feeling so excited and optimistic about the future. I'm so happy about what's to come. That's where your mindset is. That's where your head is when you meet the love of your life. You're like, thank goodness that dark chapter is behind me. Thank goodness I left that person. And I'm moving forward because I'm excited about what the rest of this beautiful day has to bring me. Then we have midnight, the most magical hour of all. Again, to me, I'm just reading that as the lingering of this previous relationship. So for some of you, again, there's going to be a bit of difficulty letting this person go, but once you let them go, I believe you are in a much better headspace. Again, it's almost as if the light at the end of the tunnel is finally opening up. Can I get a message? And then we have the werewolf. Yeah, okay. And then the spider web, community, and web weaving. And then the werewolf exploring the wilderness. You guys are going to be the freaking werewolf, okay? You are going outside. You are howling at the moon. You are having fun with your friends. You are exploring. That is what you are. You are this werewolf when you meet the love of your life. You are embracing your freedom. You are embracing your wildness. There are no restraints on you. You are building community. You're meeting new people. This is going to be a very social period in your life when you meet this person. And I want you guys to be super, super clear and aware that when I say social, that doesn't mean that you're like, you know, going out to the bars or the clubs and being in that scene. It could mean that you're going out to really nice lounges, or you're going to like a jazz club, or you're going to some type of, right? Maybe you're going to a speakeasy. Maybe you're going to things, right? But you are definitely, maybe you're going to charity events. But you are definitely exploring. You're meeting a lot of people, and you are going to be this werewolf. Like you are embracing your inner wilderness, your inner wild beast. Okay, can I get a message for group 4? Guidance with the star, beautiful. Can I have a message for group 4? The ship exploration. Okay, that's just where you guys are at. You guys are in an area in your life, in a point in time in your life where you are exploring, where you are going out, where you are having fun, where you're trying new things, you're dating perhaps a variety of different people, you're enjoying yourself. And this exploration could also be linked to like traveling, right? Maybe you're traveling with groups of people, making friends with people from different cultures, different backgrounds. Okay, so we have the founder. This is foundation and community. Again, your community is going to be so incredibly monumental to you meeting this person, you guys. So if you don't feel like you have a strong community or a community that you enjoy being around right now, I do want to encourage you guys to put a little bit more energy and focus on that area of your life, building friendships, building a community. We have the musician. This is inspiration and gratitude. So very possible that the day or the night that you meet the love of your life, there could be music playing. Hiding your true self and projection. That is very interesting because I feel like this is the opposite of where you are at. I feel like if anything, you are stepping into who you are when you meet this person. You are embracing who you are. Perhaps you're finally getting tired of holding up this mask and you're putting down the projection. And then we have the walker, the unknown, and a journey. So this is just representing, right, a significant journey ahead along this process. I think it is time. Maybe we'll get a bit more. Can I get a little bit more for group number 4? We have the house, stability. Okay. So I want to be clear, guys. I don't want to paint this as you're entering like a party phase or a lack of stability in your life. Again, To me, what I'm receiving from this is your life is going to be very full when you meet the love of your life. You are focusing on things that you want to grow, such as, right, your career, your education. You are growing your community. You're wanting to obtain new experiences when you meet this person. You are willing and able to explore. You are willing and able to get outside of your comfort zone. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with, again, the people you're hanging around, the circles in which you are socializing in, okay? Let's get this one before we move to that. Can I get a message for group number 4? When are they meeting the love of their life? Oh, okay, within 4 years. I'm gonna get one more from this deck. Oh, okay, I like that actually. I like that we have a little split here. Within 2 to 4 years is when you guys are gonna be meeting the love of your life. We'll get a few from this. When will group 4 meet? We have April. Waste of your time, and that is 1,000% that X that is returning. And again, I do think it's incredibly important that we close that chapter prior to meeting this person. I don't remember, I don't want to dig through these cards, but reconciliation or the return of a past person did show up, and I do believe that that would be something that could potentially hold you back. So keep that in mind, you guys. If you find yourself in a relationship that's very back and forth, or you know you're not going to spend the rest of your life with that person, do not waste your time or risk your future by engaging with them or engaging in the back and forth, okay? When is group 4? Give it time. It's in the works. The time is now. Okay, so the time is now, right? There's a lot that we have to do prior to meeting this person. There's so many things to do, so many people to meet, so many things to explore prior to meeting this person. The time to start that process, the time to be like, okay, I want this to grow in my life. I want that to grow. That time is now, okay? That time is not next year. That time is not 2 years from now. That time is not 4 years from now. That time is now. That ex, we have to leave them alone. Maybe you're currently with this person, and again, deep down, perhaps you know that you're not going to remain with this person. My advice to you would be, again, when that relationship comes to a close, let it go cleanly, okay? But yeah, we have within 2 to 4 years. We also have April, so springtime is going to be really exciting and something to look or to be more aware of in 2 years, in 4 years, okay? So that is what I have for you guys, group number 4. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you today. I do hope that this message was helpful. I'm really excited for this group. Genuinely, like, I'm excited to where you guys are going in the next few years. So anyways, I love you. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. Okay. Bye.